There's a war going on, the books can't escape from the team. Call the morning steam, it's time to break, run for cover. That's gonna cover, that's gonna cash. Then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott, running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the morning steam. What? Ramon Scott, sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money. You know how we do it.
All right, and a pleasant good morning to you coming from the sports betting capital of the world, Las Vegas. This is Ramon Scott, and welcome to the Morning Steam Show for Thursday, April 17th. We don't got much going on here today, but we've got enough for a show. That's good enough for us. We'll preview the mostly day card in Major League Baseball, and, well, because we got nothing better to do, we'll preview the NHL hockey card with no games with any meaning tonight, but, well, might as well make some picks, try to find some winners, try to make some money on a Thursday night. So that's it. Boy, come up with some things for me to talk about with you here today on Thursday. They're underway in Hilton Head, South Carolina. The Heritage RBC Classic, and you can still get involved with some of our plays. If you're not involved in the tournament yet, they're just through a few holes here. You can still get in live on plenty of action with the futures here. Maybe a little bit of movement, but couldn't be much here with just a couple of golfers going under par so far. Brian Campbell leading at 3 under. Sammy Valimaki, the Finn, up there at 3 under. Matt Kuchar currently 2 under. Nick Taylor, Sam Stevens, Denny McCarthy, Christian Bezuidenhut, all up there at 1 under. And you can catch the video with the boys, the betting bros. So sports betting bros with their Heritage RBC preview, or also you can get my picks for the Heritage RBC over at winnable.com. I have my picks up there and ready right now for today underneath my free subscription, so you can check out my picks for the RBC Heritage today. We're waiting for some other top golfers to go off, but I'll just get this out of the way right now because you can get my top picks for the RBC Heritage. I've got 6 of my favorite golfers. You can play them top outrights, top 5s, top 10s, top 20s. If there's any matchups available, these are my favorite 6 golfers for the week out at Hilton Head, South Carolina. Prestigious tournament, the RBC Heritage. So check me out over there. Also try to come up with some plays for today in Major League Baseball. We're just 3 hours away from getting this card underway with pretty much all the games. If you look at the card here today, you got 5 matinees, you got 5 at night. So we'll split it right down the middle, and then we got the hockey later on. There's also college baseball. I think I'll have a package out today. Probably go with it behind the paywall today because we need some picks here on a light Thursday. I say light. I mean, it's still 10 baseball games to talk about, and we got daytime baseball. I think I said 5 of them are, 5 and 5. So should be a fun day of sports betting. There's also some great tennis action going on right now. There's Europa League as well. 4 games in Europa League today that you can get into here this afternoon. And also, like I said, great tennis action today from the clay courts of Europe here today. We're in action here right now with action from Spain. I'm trying to get Rublev to come back. We've been a couple already this morning with my overnight picks. I sent some out. We had Goffin plus games over Navone. We also had Le Mans in a winner today. over Noskova in France, and there's also action in Germany today. So check me out. I got some plays over there for free over at winnable.com in tennis today. Let me say hello to the folks in the chat and also talk about what happened yesterday in the world of sports and sports betting. Hello to everyone in the chat who's here to join me today. It's going to be Cash Kane is joining us here. Robert McCormick is here as well. Toucan had some winners there overnight. He had Lotte in Korean ball there last night in their victory in a high-scoring game. I know that. And who else is here? Looks like maybe no Thomas again today, but we'll find a way here. We got to give him a day off here. Kiadra's birthday picks are on the way. We're not giving out any $5 picks for birthdays. We're going to give out some pick'ems here today. And Nuke is here. He said Montreal yesterday, and they turned out to be right, Nuki. That was weird, wasn't it? I mean, were the bettors or the bookmakers not paying attention? Yeah, there might have been some shifts in personnel with Carolina late, but Montreal was a team that had to win to clinch the playoff, and now we're set with our playoff matchups in the NHL, and we don't have anything to play for today, but we'll find something to talk about. Anyways, how about those matchups in the NHL and the Eastern Conference? Now we know it will be Washington and Montreal doing battle. After Montreal clinched, they'll play the winner of Carolina and New Jersey. Other side of the bracket, Toronto and Ottawa, Tampa Bay and Florida. And over in the West, we know here what we're doing with Winnipeg and St. Louis, Dallas and Colorado, Vegas and Minnesota, LA and Edmonton set to go for the playoffs. All right. And also last night, let me just say hello. Jermaine, Nate Cerna here. I'm blue, da-do-dee-da-do-die. Jim says all the hype, all for that, right, Jim? What a disappointment there for the Bulls. They got rocked. Wasn't it amazing that the games almost had the exact same blowout score at halftime in the, you figure, I don't know if you can look at it, in the 9-10 game. And yes, the road teams were blowing out the home teams. It was like 71-47 in both games, it felt like, or something like that. Hopefully Thomas is doing fine. I think we'll be okay, especially today. And Blue had a great night there, it says. And what else is going on today? Robert McCormick. So we know, obviously, here with our NBA play-in games, Miami over Chicago last night. Yeah, I had Miami at least here on the show yesterday as our pick, as our winner, basically as my winner yesterday, as Tyler Hero poured in 38 points in the blowout win. Like I said, they had 71 points in the first half. So did the Mavs in their blowout win as well. That 44-point second quarter. I whiffed in that one for sure. We went with the under here on the show yesterday, but that one went well over. And now we know our final two games of the play-in with Atlanta taking on Miami, and they'll advance. The winner of that will advance to the number 8 seed, and of course Memphis and Dallas. So can the 10 seed finally get there? Will we see a 10 seed win on the road on Friday night? Not tonight, but Friday night. All right, and let's also cover a little bit of Major League Baseball from yesterday and see how you folks did and how we did here. We didn't have any consensus picks, but hey, we did find some winners yesterday. I did anyway with Toronto. I had them, Blue Jays over the Braves yesterday. Vlad looked confident in his home run, didn't he? And Chris Bassett We did say, right? I mean, I don't know. You could get him at I don't. What is he for Cy Young Award here, Nuke? Bassett 75 to 1 or higher here. It's got to be going down after he pitched 5 innings, no runs, 10 strikeouts yesterday to outduel Spencer Strider. Strider 2 runs in 5 innings. We're going to give him a big pass. Wasn't terrible actually, but Strider coming back off the injury, so good job by Spencer Strider there yesterday. Also, I had a premium pick winner on Minnesota over the Mets. Ty France, our man, second time here. He had an RBI single in the 10th. And, well, look at Juan Soto, you guys. He's hitting 230 all of a sudden. We had the winner here on the show with a double winner, right? St. Louis and the under in that game against Houston. Yeah, we had the Cardinals and the under for a double winner there yesterday, getting that sweep of the action. And also, we had the Padres. Oh, we have the Padres. We got to talk about that. Certainly, Padres win 4-2 over the Cubs. The Padres now 15-4. Nick Pivetta, 6 strong innings, 1 run allowed. Manny Machado, RBI hits, 2 RBI hits in that game. Fernando Tatis knocked in a couple. Cubs walked the house, and they also couldn't turn any double plays. They forgot how to play defense, and the Padres got the win. Also had a premium pick winner with Arizona last night over Miami and Max Meyer. We did have the over here as our pick on the show, but the premium pick winner was on Arizona last night, and the Diamondbacks played long ball, 4 home runs in that game at Miami. Also, we had winner here on the show on the under. Our premium pick winner was actually Kansas City on the run line over the Yankees. They did get it done. They got the run line there, but Aaron Judge had another home run, and the Yankees improved to 11-7 with the win. We did have the under in that game. Also, I had a premium pick winner on the under in the game between the White Sox and the Athletics yesterday. Ursula had that 2-run triple, and the Shy Sox are now just 4-13. Also, we did have a winner here on the show with LA Angels Texas game to go under yesterday with Soriano going up against Corbin. We did have the under, but it was Seager that had that 2-run single there yesterday for the Texas Rangers, and Halo's kind of skidding here a little bit on the road late. So that was a look at the action from yesterday. Yeah, there was some other hockey as well. By the way, we did have some winners here. Like I said, we picked a few games late with most of the games with no meaning, but we did have Winnipeg to blow out Anaheim as a winner here on the show, and we had Nashville over Dallas as an underdog, and we had the under in Edmonton and San Jose. We'll try to pick those games again just to have some fun and make a little money, hopefully. Don't go too crazy with those late season games that have no meaning. All right, let's say hello to everyone again and then get rolling, because we don't got much going on here, and we can actually take care of this show in an hour, I'm sure. Here today, let's just say hi to a few more and then get things going, because let's see who else is here today in the chat. Did I say hello to Joe W? How about Zoe Faye? Good morning to Zoe. Nuke says, smash this video, like this channel, Sports Money here on YouTube, fastest growing sports channel on YouTube. Make sure you like and subscribe. Comment on the video below about your picks or anything here to help us with our Mikey tells me what to say, but I always blow it. But you know what to do, you guys. That's how you keep engaged with us, and it helps us. Nuke here, he's talking about the Jays there. And there's Sports Money checking in. We're looking for sports today. And I don't know if we're going to make it tonight. I think we might give Razor. Mike, you'll let me know, but pretty light night, maybe a night this weekend too. Don't forget, not much happening here. We will be here tomorrow with action from the PFL. Just want to mention that. That's kind of our featured coverage of the week of our live programming. Our live companion programming will be with PFL tomorrow down from Florida. No UFC this week, but the PFL, we had a great time last Thursday, or the previous Thursday, I think it was, but I think we're going to do Friday. When it goes back to Thursday, we'll be back and do our regular Thursday night show and have the PFL be part of it for a few weeks there for sure. But this week it'll be on Friday night, our live companion coverage, and then none on Saturday. So we'll give you a week off here, you guys. And let's see who else. I might have said hello to someone twice back there, but that's okay. Here, Terrell is here as well. And he says that the Blue Jays may have been a consensus. We need some help, you guys. If we're going to have the contest, we need some help with the consensus today, if we can make it at all. All right. Blue here, Cardinals and O's. Jermaine talking our previews here today. We'll get to all the games. It won't take long, will it? Joe Alvarado's here. Sports Money is money. T. Moss is here as well. And hit this like button. Leave a comment after the show, Ramon. All right, I will. I'll leave a comment. Terrell says, well, have a great day today of baseball. All right, we'll preview the games right now because, man, I feel like I'm going to have a light, be able to go do something here and watch some games this morning. All right, let's get started, shall we? Because we can get going and knock this out here. And, already of a screwed up, no Marlins pitcher there. We know it's Cabrera today going up against Eduardo. Wait a minute, that's a lot of Eduardos going on here. Eduardo, is this Eduardo against Eduardo here in this game? Take Eduardo. All right, here we go. Diamondbacks taking on the Marlins to get us started here in this one. We got the Diamondbacks, going to be a big favorite on the road here, $1.60 or so. And the total in this one is going to be at 8.5 over at -115, pretty much what we have sitting right there on the screen. For Eduardo Rodriguez, we got a 4.86 ERA and a 1.2 whip coming into this one. 233, the batting average against, a 308 BABIP coming in for Cabrera. 3.18 ERA in one start. He made his first start, and the Marlins did lose that game, but he's got a 1.2 whip and a 190 batting average against, a 200 BABIP coming into this one for the Marlins here at home. We talked about yesterday's game there, and we're on getaway day here with all of these with most of these games here today. Arizona comes in hot, 4-game winning streak. They're smacking the ball around like nobody's business right now. These 4 wins, they've scored 26 runs in the last 4 games here. They've just beat Miami in the first 2 games of this series. They're 11-7 overall coming in. Miami 8-9. Coming in right now. Miami 10-7 to the over so far this season. And we'll see what you guys have here in this one on Thursday between Arizona and Miami. Here we go. Get your picks here now. Let's go to the chat. I think I'm all caught up and ready. Let's see what you got. And AOD, there you go. Jimmy Lambo here today. He wants that money. make that money. Did Jimmy win the consensus parlay? Is that what it was? All right. And let's see here. Blue likes the Diamondbacks here. Cash Kane likes the Marlins in this one. Nine Legacy also going to take the fish here. Oh man, I don't know. This Arizona team right now is really hitting. And here against Cabrera, they do have a couple of guys that have knocked around Cabrera a little bit in a couple of outings. So let's continue on here and see what else. What else you got? And let's see here. Over. Then this one goes off at 12:10 Eastern, 9:10 Pacific. Zoe, that offense going here though, but here's Bob says you can take the Marlins here. As a dog, this price does seem pretty high, but I don't know if they can beat this team, is what it feels like. Keandra, though, says going to be some dogs out there today, and Arizona team total over here. All right. Robert's on the over as well. I'm going under, actually, though, you guys. I'm going to try an under here in this one on getaway day today as my pick. All right, that might be it for you guys in the chat. Let's move on here. And, well, we got to look at the Nationals taking on the Pirates here with Trevor Williams taking on Andrew Haney of the Bucks. In this one, Pittsburgh was able to get the win yesterday, 6-1. Here, they won the third game of the series and lead the series 2-1 here on this 4-game set for Trevor Williams here. And the Washington Nationals. Williams comes in with a 1-1 record, but a 7.36 ERA, 1.77 whip, 371 batting average against, and a 412 BABIP. It's getting knocked around pretty good for sure. For Andrew Haney, he's 0-1 with a 3 ERA, 0.89 whip, 188 batting average against, and a 244 BABIP here. So Haney's been okay for sure. The numbers are there, just doesn't have a win yet in his 3 starts. We know Pittsburgh just averaging 3.5 runs per game. The Nationals almost a run better at 4.3 runs per game here. But, well, you guys were talking underdogs, and this price has gone up to $1.30 here, $1.35 now at some spots. I feel like might be too high even for me here. Both teams are playing poorly. 7-11 for Washington, 7-12 for Pittsburgh so far this season. But, oh man, I think you guys were talking dog day. This might be the dog that I'm maybe going to consider here with Washington today. I know that Pittsburgh has Haney is better than Trevor Williams right now. For sure, and Pittsburgh at home has looked okay so far. They're 5-4. They've actually won 5 of their last 7 at home right now. They've beaten Washington in 7 of the last 10. Washington just 2-7 on the road here so far. But let me go to the chat. Maybe you guys could talk me out of this, because I kind of want to go with the Washington here as a dog, even though no numbers are going to point you in their direction, it feels like. Washington's gone over in 8 of their last 10 games overall. Pittsburgh 6-3 to the over at home. Here we go to the chat. And maybe Nate's on the over. Blue here talking Diamondbacks. Here's Blue on the Bucks here, and I think Nate is leaning towards Haney here. NYC Bar on the Pirates, 9 Legacy on the Pirates, Cash Kane. It's going to be a lot of Pirates here, it looks like. Robert on the over here in this one. Nats could get him, Jermaine says. Nobody's going to pick him, though, officially, it looks like. He ought to with a nerfy back there in that first game. And Terrell says that, Haney has gotten knocked around a little bit by the Nationals bats some here, so I don't mind that certainly because I'm trying to find a way to kind of get to the Nationals here. I don't know if I can get off them here at plus $1.10, despite the numbers to me are pointing toward the Bucks. I'm going to take the Nationals here today to even up this series here and maybe volatility. But you know what? I'm gonna say that we get better than expected pitching in this. When you look at the total here, right? Not that the bookmakers, the odds makers here, but 8 under 15. Uh, I know these Pirates bats are struggling, so give me Washington here today. I'm gonna try a dog. I might go get some dogs here for lunch over at the South Point today. Go over to the South Point, get some hot dogs. Okay, here's a little bit of news overnight. If you got your pitchers listed there and didn't catch this, but maybe you did with Hancock gets the start here for Seattle. Wu is going to get moved out of this spot here. So Hancock moves in to get this start this afternoon for the Mariners. Both teams are in a pretty good way right now, even though they've split the first two games of this series. Cincinnati was on a winning streak before they lost yesterday's game 5-3, and Seattle certainly had played well. Remember against Texas before losing to Cincinnati, and they did bounce back obviously yesterday. So let's see how you have it here with Hancock getting a spot start here, I believe, in this one. I think he's actually, we know Hancock's been in the majors. I believe here he may have gotten sent down and brought back up. I'm not sure, actually, but I know he's in here, and he did not look good in his first start. He is 0-1 with an 81 ERA, but throw out the number. I mean, don't throw out the numbers. Just know he had a rough outing first. For Singer here, he's 3-0 with a 3.18 ERA, 105 whip, 197 batting average against, and a 256 BABIP here in this one. So definitely have a stable pitcher here. The widely reported steam did come in on Cincinnati in this game. So let's see here how you have it. Both teams come in with a 9-9 record. The Reds are getting really good pitching for sure so far, allowing just 3.3 runs per game right now. So can you do it today? See what you got here in this one with Cincinnati and Seattle. Seattle's actually won 5 of the last 6 meetings here. Obviously, they won yesterday and lost the one before that, but 5 of 6 overall. So 10 of the last 14 meetings between these two teams in Cincinnati have gone. No, I'm sorry. Let me get this straight here. The Reds are 4-10 straight up in their last 14 games at home against Seattle. That's what we're trying to say. So I'm reading the notes over here. All right, let's. I'm going to go to the chat and see what you guys have in this one today. I know it, probably points to, you got Cincinnati here. Singer's been good. You've got Hancock kind of rushed into this start a little bit, and he hadn't looked good. Here we go with Shannon Moore here today. Likes the Bucks game and the Nats to go over. And Blue likes the Reds on the run line. Cash Kane back there on Mariners. First 5. Joe T here. He had another best bet, he said last night. Man, Joe, did I write that down? Sorry if I didn't highlight that yesterday. Gosh, I usually try to mark Joe's plays. Good morning to Keith, each and every stride here today. 9 Legacy, Cincinnati, first 5 and full game. Sharon is here. Robert likes the Reds in this one. And let's see here. That might be it from you guys here today. I think we're still waiting. I don't know if I've seen all the lineups here today, but gosh, I kind of want to. Yeah, I'm probably going to have to end up on Singer here. Look, I was going to take Woo, obviously, in this game. And still, to me, the algorithm that I follow anyway does favor Seattle here. But man, it's kind of hard to ignore here. I'm going to have to take uh, Cincinnati here in this one. I'll roll with Singer here. Give me Cincinnati in this one. Nathan said, "You got Singer. He's going to be the better pitcher here." That's what I figured too. But uh, my computer is pointing to Seattle, and I'm going to have to veto. Boom! I'm going to have to veto it, and I'm going to go with Cincinnati here and figure. Look, if you look at it, right, Singer, and let me fix the odds. Obviously, do I have the odds right there? 130. Yeah. It's even higher a little bit right now. The thing was, Woo would have been a road favorite there. Uh, I think the overnight line was like $1.15 or $1.20, even $1.25 on Seattle. So, all right, I'll just take Cincinnati here, thinking that I know better than. I'm sure that what it's pointing out. I mean, I've ran it through without with Hancock over Woo, and you know I think it's still pointing to Seattle because as of the underdog price, but I'm going to just have to look at the stats here and figure Singer's been pretty solid here. The Reds bullpen's been good. Everything Cincinnati's doing a nice job so far. All right, let's keep it going here. Hey, the game. Hey, all these games are great in the early season. Even the Athletics and the White Sox, and wow, the Athletics are definitely something to talk about here so far this season. Another win for the Athletics yesterday. They get it done over the lowly White Sox. Woo! I'm yawning. So maybe I stayed up a little later last night watching some tennis. First couple matches. Uh, Partying a little bit, for me, while party is staying up and handicapping in the middle of the night watching tennis. So here for the Athletics, you got JP Sears on the mound in this one. Big favorite still though, $1.50, $1.55, maybe even here in this one for the A's and Sears. He's 1-2 with a 4.24 ERA, 1.17 WHIP, 250 batting average against, 286 is the BABIP. For Martin here, he's 1-1 with a 4.24 ERA as well. 1.41 WHIP, 292 batting average against, and 309 BABIP. Pitchers pretty similar here coming into this one, but the A's got the bats, man. The A's are for real, at least with this power, it seems like. Doing pretty good job so far. The A's, they are 8-10. White Sox, one of the worst in the league, certainly with Colorado. White Sox 4-13. They're on a 3-game losing streak here right now. So I don't know if I could even $1.55. I might have to be on the A's here today. It'll probably be just a pick on the show because who really wants to lay $1.55 as a premium here? But probably still want to bet on the A's today. They're 4-1. Last 5 games on the road. They beat the White Sox in 4 out of the last 6 games between the two. 5 of the last 7 meetings between the two teams here in Chicago have gone under. 8 of the last 10 meetings between these two teams have gone under. White Sox, look, they've won all 4 of their wins have come at home. I guess if you're saying anything about it here so far, because they are 0-6 on the road, but they did have 4 wins at home. Still, A's are 6-3 on the road. They might actually be 8-10 on the road if you think about it. If you count their games in Sacramento, that's their home. Okay, let's see what you got. in this one. And we've got Joe's got it. There it is. He's got under in the Phillies and the Giants game. That one's coming up next with Joe. He's got the under in the game between San Francisco and Philly. I've already got burned in one of those games going under. Oh, no, he's got the over. What am I talking about? Of course he does. What am I thinking, Joe? I'm sorry. Yeah, that series has been an over series, hasn't it? All right, Cash Cane's on the A's here, and he says Sears pitches deep in this game. White Sox run line, though, for 9 legacy. A's run line for blue. Roberts on the under here in this one. Maybe Cash Cane says the White Sox will cover, and Yee says over here, maybe under. I don't know what he's saying, but I'm going to take the A's here on the road. Who wants to lay $1.55 with the A's? But I'm going to do it today. And a Nerfy for Kiadra here. All right. Terrell said if the A's played the White Sox every day, they'd go to the playoffs. Oh, no, that's not what he says. He says my car would be paid off. All right. Keep it going. Oh, Gorky, hello. Gorky says, how about we get a little bit of tennis action going here today with you've got Emma Navarro, $1.70 favorite over Ostapenko today. I don't even know if I even got that far yet. I think I saved myself a couple of matches for later. So I think if Gorky's going to be on the dog, maybe we should take the dog, although the move has clearly been on the dog here today. Not the best value, probably taken off 20 cents so far off of Ostapenko. Thank you, Gorky. Let me see if I got here. I've got a few here. Maybe I can read off. Still to come. Let's see what I did on some of these here. I do have I have Fernley plus 6 games, I think, against Demon Hour. And I took Freck plus 5.5 against Pagula. So I guess I'm going against some of these big dogs and just taking and I do have one more play over there on the winnable. I have a pick in the match between Marozan and Umber still to come. And I don't think I did anything with Alcaraz. Sharps would tell you today to take Alcaraz 1,300 to win 100. You got to pick up the small pot. All right, here we go. All right, that'll do it for that one. Let's keep it going. Let's go to Joe's game here between the Giants and the Phillies. Look, Joe's already given you the over, so maybe I have to default here to the side. Let's take a look at the matchup with the Giants coming in here with Jordan Hicks on the mound. He's 1-1 with a 5.87 ERA. Giants are 2-1 in his starts. He's gone over in all 3 starts so far. Giants has won 3 of 4 after winning yesterday's game against the Phils, just 11-4. Second time in the series. They've scored double-digit runs so far, so they really beat up these Phillies. All 3 games have gone over so far, so Joe says go over. Giants have gone over in 12 of their 17 games so far this season. Giants are already up 8 units so far this year. They're allowing just 3.7 runs per game and scoring 5.6 runs per game. Phillies offense averaging 4.1 runs per game. I don't know if that's a little low for what you were expecting here, but you do have Sanchez going here. Phillies have won all 3 of Sanchez's starts so far this season. He's got a 3.12 ERA, 1.32 whip, 269 batting average against, and a 3.33 BABIP for the Phils and Christopher Sanchez here. They've lost 3 of their last 4 games coming into this one. So let's get your pick here for this one. The Giants are hot. They've won 12 of 16. And they've also won 4 of the last 6 meetings against the Phillies. Overall, Giants have gone over in 5 straight. On the road here, they're 10-2 to the over on the road. So far, they played a heavy road schedule, and they're looking good. 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams have gone over. But Philadelphia, kind of an under team so far for sure. But let's go to the chat and see what you got in this one. With Cash Kane likes the Phillies first 5. Here's the Giants for Jermaine. 9 Legacy likes the Giants on the money line. And Blue says take the over here in this one. Terrell says Sanchez, good numbers against the Giants coming into this one. All right. Man, the Giants are really mashing here. It seems like right now Hicks's numbers aren't great. Zoe says Giants team total over. Phillies have been a little bit of a not going back to the Phillies after those 2 big losses with those double-digit runs is what it feels like there. So, all right. I'll make my call. Get ready to make my call here. And come on, $1.75 per. I don't care who's pitching. I got to take the Giants here. It's not $1.75. It is closer to $1.75 here. That's some. I don't want to call it disrespect, but yeah, at $1.50, I got to take the Giants here. If they lose, that's fine. But the Giants are playing well. Give me the Giants in this one. Giants and NYC bar there. Kiadra might go over with that Giants team total. All right, next up, we've got the Guardians taking on the Orioles and Tomo Sogano going here against Tanner Bybee in this one. You've got Cleveland on the road, $1.15 here it looks like, 8.5 over 15. Maybe going up even higher, maybe 8.5 over 20 here. Could this one get to 9? Possibly by game time today. Let's see what you guys are going to do in this one with Tanner Bybee. Bybee comes in here right now with a record of 1-1. 2-1 are the Guardians with Bybee pitching. He's gone over in all 3 starts so far. Bybee has a 4.4 ERA and a 1.39 whip, 236 batting average against, and a 220 BABIP here for Bybee. For Tomo Sugano, the 35-year-old from Japan, former Central League, 3-time MVP. He's a great pitcher, just getting old. He's over here in the major leagues now for the first in his career here. He's usually the imports come in a little younger, but Sugano reached kind of the pinnacle of his career here, and now he's an Oriole. 1-1 with a 3.86 ERA, 1.57 whip, just mediocre, just good, okay numbers here. 304 batting average against, 306 BABIP. Coming into this one for Cleveland here, they've won 6 of the last 9 meetings between these two teams here in Baltimore. Coming in, and Baltimore here with some struggles for sure. It's 7-10 right now, and of course they lost the last. Had lost a couple in a row before beating up on Cleveland yesterday, 9-1. So. Again, you get back on them today here. 5 of the last 6 meetings between these two teams have gone over. Baltimore's gone over in 4 of their last 5 games at home. Baltimore's 5-1-1 to the over at home so far. Let's go to the chat for this one. Cleveland and Baltimore. And see. We're on to this is the evening card now, 6:35 Eastern. and 3:35 Pacific here today in this one. Let's go to the chat. The Guardians here. And we've got Orioles run line for blue. And NYC bar might be going under here. Cash Kane, Orioles and over. Gorky maybe taking the Reds back there. Robert on Cleveland, 9 legacy on Baltimore here in this one. Tremaine says over in the Baltimore game. He's got some other plays there. Thank you, Jermaine. Luis is here today. He's on Cleveland here in this one. All right. And
play.
Well, I guess I got to make my call here in this one between Cleveland and Baltimore today with Bybee and Sagano going here in this one. This one's probably my least favorite, it feels like all of a sudden. And let's see, ya there says take the Giants and Orioles. Take orange teams. I get it now. Take the orange teams. Terrell says you got Sanchez hitting strong against Bybee. Okay. All right. I guess I got to make my call here in this one. I guess do I have to? All right, I'm gonna. If Thomas was here, he'd be counting down the clock. Man, I might have to roll the dice. I might have to roll the dice in this one. All right, I'm on Cleveland here on the road. Give me the Guardians today. All right. Glad that one's over. Royals taking on the Tigers with Michael Lorenzen on the mound, taking on Reese Olson. Tigers are 10-8 here right now. It's the Royals that are under 500, and this is the start of a series here after Kansas City got swept by the Yankees and Detroit lost the series to Milwaukee 2-1. Coming into this one, you've got Lorenzen here on the bump for the Royals. Lorenzen comes in 1-2 with a 3.71 ERA, 1.23 WHIP, 254 batting average against, and a 288 BABIP. Coming into this one, Reese Olson 1-1 with an ERA of 6. All three of his starts have gone over. He's got a 1.66 WHIP. Coming in 293 batting average and a 364 BABIP. Coming into this one, and so far, Royals are 7-12 to the under this season. Detroit 5-1 as a home favorite so far. Kansas City 2-7 as a road dog so far this season. So got Detroit here just $1.40 or so, maybe a little higher at some of the square books. You might have to go up to $1.45, $1.50, total 8. Maybe shaded to the under here in this one, but let's go to the chat here in this game. Kansas City's lost 4 of their last 5 games against Detroit, and like I said, they're struggling on the road. Detroit's won 11 of their last 16 games at home against Kansas City overall. Kansas City's been going under for sure. They're not 2-9 to the under in their last 11 games. Detroit's gone under in 4 of their last 5 coming in and 2 of their last 10 overall coming into this one. Let's take a look at the chat here. Cash Kane on the under. Jermaine, Tigers money line. Kiadra's on Baltimore, back on that other game. Luis is on the over here. Zoe says Tigers -1 today. I'm going with the Tigers here today for sure. I kind of like the Tigers as a premium, but I might like the total. I'm going to go with the Tigers here as my play on the show. Give me the Tigers. All right, we're making time here today, huh? How about the Yankees here with Will Warren on the mound? Yankees 11-7, taking on Taj Bradley and the Tampa Bay Rays. Yankees have won 3 in a row after that sweep of Kansas City, so they come in here to Steinbrenner Field. Now the Yankees are playing. Here's the storyline, right? The Yankees are playing in their spring training complex when you're going to take on the Tampa Bay Rays here. So, interesting sidebar, I would say here for sure. Tampa comes in after having lost that series to Baltimore. Hey, they outscored Baltimore 20-9, but they lost the series 2-1. Remember that 16-run outburst here, but let's see what you have in this one with the Yankees taking on the Rays in at Steinbrenner Field. Warren's 1-0 with a 5.14 ERA, 1.14 the whip, 184 batting average against, and a 212 BABIP for Warren here. He's gone over in all 3 of his starts this season. Taj Bradley's 2-0 with a 3.71 ERA, 105 whip, 197 batting average against, and a 263 BABIP coming into this one. Bradley's gone over 2 of the 3 starts so far when these guys have been around. The other one was a push. Let's go to your picks here between the Yankees and the Rays. Division matchup here for sure. Yankees have won 4 of their last 5 coming in. Tampa's lost 9 of 13 right now. 4 of the last 5 meetings between these two teams have gone over, and Tampa's been a bit of an over here at home of late, but they played most of their games at home so far, have Tampa Bay. So have the Yankees, though. All right, let's go to the chat here and see what you got. Yankees obviously barely. They're not even a favorite here on the screen, but it is. Yeah, the Rays are slightly favored here. It feels like right now, and you really want the Rays as a dog here, is what it feels like, right? But Bradley probably is going to be the better pitcher. It feels like, at least for his time in the game. But man, the price isn't very good. That's all. I think that's what I would say about it. Let's see what you guys like in this one. I like the Rays, but I don't like the price. Usually you would think there is some type of I know it's about Will Warren here. So let's see. Yeah, see, Jermaine says Will Warren over here. And we've got, let's see here. Is Luis going over in this one? 9 legacy here on Royals run line. Twisted's here today talking about the premium. We got my picks here at Winnable. And we also over at Tony's Picks. Don't forget my Tony's Picks over there. Will Warren only been under this 9.5 total. Here's 9 legacy, Tampa Bay run line. ESPN sends out breaking news right now that Lee Corso retiring officially. Not though he still will make more appearances apparently this season. Maybe a few appearances and then retire. All right. And let's see here. Jermaine here. Kiadra on Detroit, NYC bar, New York in the over. Trevor Davis here. Just go over today. Zoe says it sounds like an over. Luis going over. Terrell here talking about that Royals game and Cash Kane Rays. And every over sounds like a consensus play to me, doesn't it? Sounds like you guys are all over the over in this one with the Yankees and the Rays here today. All right. Let me see if I can make the call here. I really do like the. All right. In this one, I think I can only go one way here. I'm going to go with the over with you guys. Give me the over in this one. I'm going with you guys. I'm going with myself. I'm going over, you guys. Robert's on the over too. All right, I'll go. I'm going over. Next up, we've got the Cardinals here going up against the Mets. You got Andre Palante, and there's Griffin Canning now, ready to make the start here. Push back to the start. Mets favorite here, $1.35, and the total 8 under 20. We've seen some 7.5 overs for sure there right now. Palante, hey, good numbers for Palante so far. 2-0 with a 2.2 ERA, 104 whip. 170 batting average against, and 182 on the BABIP for Palante. Griffin Canning, 1-1 with that 420 ERA, 1.53 the whip, 263 batting average against, a 310 BABIP coming in. The Mets have lost 2 straight here coming into this series after Minnesota won the series 2-1 for St. Louis here. They did win the series against Houston after winning the last matchup yesterday, 4-1. You got Palante coming in here, a bit of a dog here against the Mets, but the Mets all of a sudden, I don't know. I don't think they're struggling. They're 11-7. Cardinals are 9-9, but Soto not hitting all of a sudden down to 235, as we said, but still Mets 5-1 at home. Cardinals 1-5 on the road. Mets are 5-13 to the under, 1-5 to the under at home. Cardinals are 4-1-1 to the over on the road. Cardinals 10-7 to the over with that offense, 5.2 runs per game. But the Mets have some of the best pitching in the game so far, for sure. Coming in here, allowing just 2.9 runs per game. So let's see what you have here in this one. Cardinals doing okay, but not looking great on the road. Mets here, decent price, but Canning is not looking really that great. So let's see what you got. You've got here NYC Bar said, what did you? I took the Reds, NYC Bar. Cash Cane's on the Cardinals. And Blues on the St. Louis run line here in this one. And for me, I'm going to, well, I appreciate that. I'm going to have to try the Mets here with the Cardinals and these road struggles here. Again, I'm going to veto on a short card. I'm vetoing the computer. And I'm going to take the Mets. My algo says take Cardinals, but I'm taking the Mets. Zoe says struggling on the road. Robert did take the Cardinals, Zoe. He's got the same computer I do, I think, is what happened. Luis, Cardinals first 5. Maybe an under here for Robert. Widely reported steam did come in on the over in this game. Mets here, I think, for Nathan. Boy, you guys, we're really almost over here. Over number 1 consensus. And that was that this game, though? Because I thought we went over big time on that Yankees. Maybe meant the Yankees game, Kiadra, because that one was getting all that over talk for sure. And we need 2 to make a parlay. I guess we've only got one more game in the major leagues to talk about. And then I'm just going to whip down. I mean, we're not going to spend a lot of time on hockey. I'd love to spend more time with you, but why not just get off the air early today? The Angels and Coconowitz, Rangers and Rocker. You got good prospects here, right on the mound. Rocker especially, but Coconowitz here, 5.74 ERA. Rocker, 7.94 ERA. Rocker's 0-2 so far. Hey, he probably got the call up a little bit early, this highly touted uh, collegiate star here. Rangers have won 2 games in a row coming in. They beat LA twice in that series and knocked off the Angels in the first 2, 4-0 and 3-1. Rangers are getting good pitching all of a sudden. Decent pitching all year, but pretty good now. And, well, the offense definitely struggled, but going up against Coconowitz here doesn't have great numbers here so far. Angels averaging 4.5 runs per game, but allowing 5 runs per game so far. And the Rangers have taken care of business in the first 2 games of this series, and their favorite here, way up here to $1.55 from an opener as low as $1.35. So not the best price in the world right now for the homestanding Rangers here. Angels have lost 7 straight meetings against Texas coming into this one. You've got Texas here, won 5 of the last 6 here at home against the Angels also. Texas, they are just 8-1 at home so far this season, 6-2 as a favorite. Let's go to the chat, see what you have here. Not a great price, but Tremaine on the Rangers here, and Cash Kane likes the Angels run line blue on the Rangers. I'll take the Rangers at $1.55. That's a show pick here for sure with the Rangers, $1.55. Not going to go premium there. I do like them in the game, but Angels to score first. So for Nathan, says why not? That's it for baseball, you guys. Thank you for your picks from the chat all-stars. We've got plays in the National Hockey League, so might as well just roll them out here and see what you guys have. Otherwise, if you guys don't want to stick around, I really appreciate you joining me today. None of the games in the National Hockey League have any bearing or consequence on the actual positive final standings. Obviously, things could, I think, shake down somewhere in one position or another, maybe in the tankathon, but still got 7 games on the ice here, and we'll just try to make some picks on them and get out of here. Okay, not a lot of no previews, no trends, no goalies, just our plays here for the action on. Hopefully that's okay, you guys. Luis is on the Angels here. Terrell, Angels and over blue. Thank you very much for being here with me today. All right. Islanders and Columbus. I like the over here in this one with the, let me get the graphics out here a little bit. I do have graphics for these games. All right. Islanders and Blue Jackets here. The Blue Jackets, that was just came up a little bit short here, and I don't know if that'll affect them today, but I'm going to go with the over here in this one with the Islanders and the Blue Jackets. I think I got to update the line. I can't go with a 5.5 over 30. Well, probably could be, but maybe 6 under 15 feels like the line. I'm going with the over here in this one between the Islanders and Columbus today. I'm not totally going over in every game here, but I think this one is going to be worthy of an over. Columbus comes in super hot here right now, and I don't know, this might actually be a pretty decent price for them. They were on fire down the stretch, obviously winning a bunch of games. And, I'm going to have some premiums here today, still in the hockey, a little bit over at Winnable. So you can probably figure what's coming here, but I'll take the over in this one. To get us started with the Islanders and the Blue Jackets today, I'm taking the over, but I'll be playing Columbus, I think. Hurricanes are taking on the Senators here in this one, with the Canes on the road. Here, both teams are going to the postseason. Carolina's going to play New Jersey. And Ottawa is going to play the Maple Leafs. So I'll see what you can do with this one here. If two teams go into the playoffs, do they kind of want to rest it? Is there anything to play for? Mikey gave you those great statistics there with the milestone players there a little bit. That was a big time there as well. But I'm going to try Carolina here at even money in this one. Give me the Hurricanes on the road. There's Kiadra, Tampa there. 9 Legacy might be a little behind us, it feels like. And Cash Game says, I'll go over in the Grand Salami here, it looks like. We're just over in all the games. All right, having some fun here with some hockey. Washington and Pittsburgh. Washington here. If any team has been kind of resty here right down the stretch is Washington, although they did win the finale or the previous game here over the Islanders 3-1. Pittsburgh lost to Boston last time out. Pittsburgh's had some time off here to kind of get ready for this one. I'm going to take Pittsburgh here to get a victory to end the season here. Widely reported steam did come in on the over here, and that might be the way to look at it with the total. But I'm going to play Pittsburgh here. They're actually, I believe they might be a favorite when this. No, it's close. Pittsburgh might actually be the slightest of favorite. You could call it a pick 'em, I think, at this point. Closely rated here for sure. The total about 6. I'm going to take Pittsburgh to win one here. They've sucked. We know that, but I'm going to take them to win here over the Caps. All right. And Jermaine talking about that Rangers game there with Jack Kokonowitz. The Penguins on the puck line for Cash Cane. Like I said, I have no problem with bets like that, even if it is minus $2 or more. All right. Lightning here taking on the Rangers tonight with the Lightning. They're in, of course, and the Rangers, huge disappointment this season. You got to wonder where this team is at getting ready for their finale here on the last night of the season. Tampa Bay, they are postseason bound, taking on Florida here in those Atlantic division. Tampa's won 2 in a row. The Rangers got a win over Florida on the road. They won 2 of 3 on the road, but here for their home finale. Oh boy. All right. See what you guys got in this one. Tampa Bay and the Rangers here tonight. And I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on the road here. I know that they might be packing it in, but we'll see right now. And I'm showing a Vasilevsky possibly in there against Igor tonight. I know I said I wasn't going to take a look at the goalies, but I might just do so. I'm pretty sure, though, I'm on Tampa Bay already at a little bit of plus money here. Like I said, it's gone up from $1.20 to $1.35. That might be a trigger for some people to go ahead and take the Rangers here. But could get my man Jonas Johansson in there tonight. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Lightning here. Rangers got their win there. I know they're at home, but all right, must be 90 minutes into the show here. All right, couple more. We're out of here. Flyers and Sabres here in this one. Who's going to stop the Sabres at this point here today with the Flyers and the Sabres? I mean, you really got to wonder right now if this isn't an awful price here for the Sabres at $1.50 or so. Sabres come in basically one of the hottest teams in the league. What can you say with their 4-game losing streak right now? I don't know what happened to them down the stretch. They were playing so well, but here at home against the Flyers, I would think probably a pretty good spot for them to pounce here, and I'm going to take the Buffalo Sabres at home, even with this ridiculous price here. Not going to trust Philly at this point. The computer's telling me to take Philly tonight, but I think one more time where Buffalo did play pretty well down the stretch there a little bit. And I'd probably tell you what, though, I'm probably going to have a premium on the total in this game. So check me out over at Winnable today. Give me Buffalo, though, in this one. All right, Gorky says, go back to the old playoffs. And while we're at it, why not just go back to the Wales Conference and the Campbell Conference and the Smythe Division and the Norris Division and the Adams Division? We should do that. Kiadra's got some hockey plays here. Thank you. We're almost done with the show, everybody. I don't even know if we have a consensus parlay. We might have a one-teamer. Red Wings, Maple Leafs here in this one with Toronto favored $1.35 at this point, maybe even a little lower, 5.5 over 20 or so. Mrazek and Stolars. Of course, the Leafs are in the playoffs here. Detroit fell short there. They had their moments this season for sure, but didn't quite work out still. Could Detroit show up here in this one today? Let's see what you guys think here with Detroit and Toronto. You guys are going to have anything. What am I talking about? Let me take a look here. This one I didn't even make a pick for. You caught me on some of these anyway, right? Come on, we're here at the end of the season now. So, all right. I think this might be my dog pick here. I'm going to try Detroit here on the road in this one. Give me Detroit plus $1.15 or so there. It does look like a discount on Toronto, but the shift in line here to the Red Wings may indicate that it's going to be the Red Wings. I'm going to take them here. Let's go to the finale with the Calgary Flames taking on the Kings here in this one. Flames on the road, plus $1.30 or so against LA here tonight with Dustin Wolf. A great season for the youngster here against these LA Kings. I want to mention right now there is some hockey steam coming in the game between the Lightning and the Rangers. This one's going to the over right now. Steam to the over here with the Lightning and the Rangers at just in here. So, all right, I think we're going to wrap it up here with this game. Calgary. These games here tonight. Kings doing incredible at home. Could they win one more at home? Even with this big price, will Calgary come in and stun the Kings in this finale tonight? I won't say stun. I mean, come on, Calgary. You got to think they've got, at least good qualities. I want to say a good season, right? Because look, they finished with a strong record. It's just that, they ended up short of the postseason, and that was, if they were in the Eastern Conference, right, they'd be in. But in the West, they finished just outside of St. Louis here. So Calgary had a good season. I'm gonna try an upset. Give me Calgary tonight to beat the Kings. Even with the Kings' great record, I'm going to take Calgary. I took some upsets tonight in the hockey. Cash Kane's with me there a little bit. And Gorky says what we're all thinking there, but that's how they do it now, right? All right. All right, gang. Let's go. One more Steam play coming in here real quick. It's on the game, the one that we picked. We said go over in the game between the Islanders and Columbus, and that's what it is right now. A Steam to the over just came in. Islanders and Columbus. That's it for the morning Steam. I don't know what else we can do here. We just barely made it for an hour today, a little over an hour. Thanks for joining me, everybody. That was cool. We'll have more tomorrow. We got the last of the play-ins tomorrow. We got Major League Baseball as well. So take a little quick break in hockey. And so I guess it will be a kind of a light show again. We'll have a full Major League Baseball card tomorrow. Here, let's run the drawing. We got someone's going to win a one-teamer. What are they going to win? $2. But hey, I want somebody to just be the winner here. We can get my plays over at winnable.com. I got my golf up there. We're playing golf here right now in Hilton Head, South Carolina. So check us out over there. Let's just do the drawing real quick. And just to have a winner here, shall we? We're rolling it here. I think, oh gosh, here we go. Who's going to win it? Jimmy, AOD, Jermaine, Nathan, Zoe, Joe, Kiadra, Sharon, Blue, Luis, Jermaine, Twisted, and Sharon wins. He's hanging out in the car. Thank you, Sharon, for stopping by every day. He's the winner. Like I said, what can he win? $2, I guess, maybe $2.50. Let's share that algorithm. Like it and smash it. Do what Mike tells you to do. Comment every day in the comments down there, and that helps us. So, all right, that's going to do it for the morning. Steve, catch Mikey Money today, 6 p.m. Eastern, 3 Pacific. He'll go over the hockey, I guess, and the 5 baseball games. Try to pick you out some winners tonight. And don't forget, join us tomorrow for PFL action. Our live companion coverage this week will be on Friday night with the PFL fights here. Also, check out our videos from the boys in the NRL. We're in week number 7 here in the NRL right now, and the guys have you covered. They're heating up right now with a 4-0 run with their NRL plays. We saw last night St. George hold off Manly there in that wild second half. Sharon, you won. No, you're not going to win much on this one. Usually we run a parlay with the consensus picks and how many ever people view the video. I donate 1 whole penny. And for example, if it was a 3-teamer and we got 300 views, it'd be $18. But we just had a 1-teamer today and we're barely getting 200 views. So you might win a couple of dollars. But you're a winner in my book. All right. Maybe one day we'll get 10,000 views and then we'll really have a contest. All right, tonight, Bulldogs and Rabbitohs. That goes off at 2 Eastern, 11 Pacific. If you watch the video, the guys have I believe their straight up picks at the end of the show. Also this weekend, the Dolphins take on the Storm this week in NRL action. And also check out the golf from the guys. Check out my golf. They're underway at Hilton Head right now. And the scores are going pretty low so far, it looks like to me. You've got Sammy Valimaki just bogeyed, actually. He's 4 under. Keegan Bradley, 3 under. Stevens, 3 under. Dick Taylor, 3 under. So scores are going low here, it looks like, at the RBC Heritage. All right, that's going to do it, everybody. Thank you very much. Short show. I'll see you tomorrow with the Morning Steam. For the Sports Money Network, I'm Ramon Scott. So long.
Cash, then we make the 100-yard dash to the window. I don't know what you thought. It's Ramon Scott running so hot. Sports make money and we make money with sports money every single day. NFL, NHL, NCAA. Stay away from the juice, we might play a parlay. It's the Morning Steam. What? Ramon Scott. Sports money. What? Wake your ass up and let's get to the money. Get to the money.